Deep in the darkness beyond our solar system lies the world of Pikili. Home to the Uaktru, an asexual gelatinous species that defies earthly conventions. These creatures subsist on the air they breathe and the light that shines upon them, living for centuries without aging or dying. However, their existence is one of endless despair and suffering, leading them to embrace the myth of self-destruction as the only escape from their cursed lives. Welcome to the cursed planet of Undying Madness.
In the cursed planet of Undying Madness, the player begins having crash-landed on an unknown planet and is forced to scavenge the land for possible resources. They come across an area where they find strange pages that describe some of the background of the planet's story, each one giving you more of the tale. To develop this project, we used Unity, with some custom assets made in Procreate, Nomad, and Blender. We created many sketch drafts of the pages, and then compressed them into 6 complete pages, fit with translations. The player observes and interacts with different objects, wall art, and writings, which drives them to find a key that will open the door to the underground area. The custom artifacts that we made are interactable in the game and are key features of the storytelling. A big challenge, however, were optimizing the meshes so that they would be compatible for Unity. Our prototype mainly focused on Scene 1, where the ruins take place. The pre-made assets were used to composite the scenes, and then 2D glowing decals would be used to bring the Lovecraftian theme more into the story. Once the player discovers the key and opens the door, they head down a tunnel where they can interact with more wall art and pages that expand the story and mythology, and must use their skills to jump to increasingly spread out platforms so as not to fall into the abyss below, which builds tension for the player. When the player finally clears the platforms, they enter a large ritual room with a ritual circle in the center floor. We were pleasantly surprised at how adding detailed lighting like the fire truly brought the scenes together. The player continues to interact with different objects and must light all of the blue flames around the room before returning to the center of the ritual circle, which will complete the ritual. Leading them to meet their own demise at the hands of a strange, sinister entity. This project was inspired by Lovecraftian horror with the goal of wanting to emphasize being alone in the unknown and facing what possible horrors might exist in the vastness of space. Cosmicism is becoming increasingly relevant to our thinking today as we realize more and more how insignificant our existence is in the grand scope of the universe, especially here at home when faced with the existential issues brought up with the implications of AI and AGI. Lovecraftian horror in an immersive setting gives the player an opportunity to experience this existential dread and possibly evolve their own perspectives on future developments that may render us even more insignificant, and by taking them to the extremes of these experiences, perhaps help them deal with bigger existential questions and realities. The future of storytelling will become more impactful to the psychological and emotional state of the viewer and/or audience, full of experiences with measurable alterations in one's state of consciousness. For this project in particular, we're seeking to alter the player's consciousness by expanding the possibilities of their reality to horrific extremities, addressing the shadow of existence itself.
Welcome to the cursed planet of undying madness.